Probably around 10 or 11 years old, I was introduced to a girly magazine, as we called them back then. Even before puberty and stuff, I had been exposed to this. And then once I got a little bit older and became more interested in that and began a life of sexual impropriety, looking at things that I knew I wasn't supposed to be looking at. And then when I was probably about 12 years old, I was introduced to sex by a male close to the family. That created a lot of insecurity, a lot of doubt, a lot of confusion. Trying to soothe that woundedness, had become addicted to pornography. And pornography is a gateway to much more serious issues morally. When I was about 22 years old, my dad got cancer. And I was praying and believing that God was going to heal him. And then when he didn't heal him, it wrecked my relationship with God. And I ran from God. And so that led to a whole nother life with the sexual addiction, promiscuity, and self-satisfaction and so forth. So got married to an unbeliever. 5 years later, got divorced. Then I met my wife in Sunday. My current wife, I met her 4 or 5 years later in Sunday school, and we got married. It'll be 21 years ago this year. But I still had a sex addiction problem. Still addicted to pornography. My poor wife, she hadn't been saved very long. Again, we met in Sunday school, and she's thinking that she's getting this shiny Christian, godly man, and on the outside I was, but on the inside I had this turmoil and this problem that I didn't know what to do with. I had these defense mechanisms to keep her from really getting close to finding out what this stuff was, because I had to hide my secret. I was living a secret life. I would wait for her to go to sleep, and then I'd slip down to my den and turn the computer on and look at things that I shouldn't be looking at. This came out that I had gotten involved in an emotional affair with a woman, and it broke her. It devastated her. At the age of 54, I found myself in the middle of a separation. Totally devastated my wife, and was asked to leave the house, and went and stayed with a friend, and at that place, God got a hold of me, got a hold of my heart, and I stopped playing around, and I got serious with God. I confessed, and God healed me of a miraculous healing of the addiction to pornography and sexual addiction. Shortly after God began to work that miracle in me, I began to see a miracle being worked in her, and God turning her heart back to me. And I never expected that to happen. I've been clean for over 3 years. Not looked at porn one time. Pornography is a gateway. It's progressive. It will never satisfy. It only takes. It's like crack cocaine. It takes and takes until there's nothing left to take. And for these young kids that think that they're not hurting anybody, you're hurting yourself. If you're getting involved in this, find a way to stop, because it will become something that you can't control. There's no room for this in the heart of a Christian man. There's no room for this in the church. And I believe that the next revival in America is going to come on the heels of a purification process sexually for men. And I'm waiting for God to bring that to pass. And I'm going to do all I can to be a catalyst for that.